Now, Talk Real Estate, sponsored by Boston Connect Real Estate Services.
Hi, I'm Sharon McNamara, and you are listening to Talk Real Estate. Let me share a little bit about my background before we get started. I am the broker-owner of Boston Connect Real Estate, located on the South Shore, and I have been working as a full-time realtor and sales and marketing consultant for home buyers and home sellers for the past 15 years. I have helped hundreds of clients throughout the home buying and home selling process. My unique approach to assisting my clients to the next chapter of their lives is driven by being a team player and by offering them continuous training, education, advising, and mentoring. I like to say that I offer my clients exceptional service that moves you. Every week, I will be providing you with real estate topics ranging from home buyer and home seller advice, legal matters, insurance binders, flood insurance concerns, home inspection questions, environmental worries like radon, lead paint, and mold, mortgages and loan programs, staging tips and ideas, real estate contracts, market trends, home values, and more. It's a talk radio show, and sometimes we are even interactive, so you can follow along online. If you have any questions during the show, please call 781-837-4900. We'd love to talk real estate. If you missed any of our shows, or if you want to listen to one again, you can listen on my podcast at talkrealestateradio.com. If you would like a one-on-one consultation with me regarding your home sale or your home purchase, I'd love the opportunity to meet with you. You can connect with me anytime at bostonconnect.com or 781-826-8000. Now, sit back, relax, take good notes, and let's talk real estate. Hello to all my South Shore neighbors. This is Sharon McNamara, and you are, of course, listening to Talk Real Estate with Sharon McNamara, Mary Baker, Melissa Wallace, and we have a very special guest with us tonight, Laurie Reney. Hello.
So special.
Hello. Special.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and welcome to our Talk Real Estate Roundtable. That's what we're going by here because our table is round. You get it?
I love it. It's the symbolism of it that really gets you.
Yeah. And we have Ben in studio. Hello there, Benjamin.
Good evening, ladies. How are we tonight?
We're doing fantastic. So if people want to call, what number should they call if they have any questions for us?
They should call 781-837-4900.
I was just checking to see if you were on your toes and just, following along with me.
Not only am I on my toes, but they are the tippiest part of my toes.
Perfect. So tonight, our topic, we decided that we were going to talk about this. We mentioned it briefly last week. So you want to be a real estate agent? What? What? That's what I just wrote on Facebook. You want to be a what? Yeah. I'm really hyper today. All that ginger candy I was eating, Mel. Yeah, I know. I ate a whole thing of it. I have a bellyache.
It's kind of addictive, I'm not going to lie. I didn't like it at all at first, and then now it's growing on me.
Yeah, well, I've decided after I gave up gum, January 1st, I gave up gum.
I found all of your gum today.
Yeah, in the drawer.
It's in the drawer by the refrigerator if anybody wants any.
Yeah, so we have plenty of gum in the office. But yes, I gave up gum and I'm doing really good. But then I took on another habit. That's called the ginger. And I decided once they're gone, I'm not buying anymore.
Yeah, because it's a replacement thing?
Yeah, I eat like 10 of them. I'd rather one piece of gum and then I just have that for a while, And look at Laurie. She's just like, yep, I'm following along.
I am. Laurie, this is your first time joining us live, isn't it?
It is.
Oh, my goodness.
I love it down here.
Well,
it's
thank you.
so cozy.
Yeah.
It really is, yeah.
It's awesome. It's really great, too, because during the day I have like little meetings down here and like little conferences with people. So
it's your sound studio.
Yeah.
Private sound studio.
No, I feel like Laurie, we have to adjust her mic a little bit. So maybe we have to lift you up. How you feeling about that, Ben? Yep.
I agree. I think we can bump a little volume and we should be good to go.
Yeah, we'll bump her a little volume there and we'll be good. This one here, yep. All right, so we're going to talk about, so you want to be a real estate agent. What?
I was going to say,
are you crazy? Yeah.
Yeah, what are you crazy? No, we're going to talk about, the pros, the cons, the ups, the downs, the in-betweens, everything in between, and sort of the maybe misconceptions about our profession, that it isn't actually a profession, the misconceptions that you can just go into this and make a boatload of money even if you're doing it part-time. There's also the group of people who are like, oh, I'm going to get into it and I'm going to flip houses and that's going to be that's how I roll. role.
My niche.
Yeah, my niche.
Yep.
So we're going to talk about all those things and more tonight. What can I help you with there, girl?
Oh, I thought we might have an agenda.
Yeah, we do. They're on the printer.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Sorry about that. So I know that we are going to...
Well, why don't we start by talking about why we have Laurie on talking about you want to be a real estate agent. What?
Maybe right after traffic,
why
ladies?
don't we listen to the traffic first? I wonder if who's the new guy? I don't even know who
David Cedrone tonight.
From the WATD Traffic Studio. How's it looking out there, David?
All right, this time we're sponsored by Unbound.org. Expressway is southbound. Typical delays heavy out of the O'Neill to South Bay. You'll come off the brakes, hit them again from Granite Ave down through the Split. Route 3, not looking too bad, just a bit sluggish through Braintree down to before Union Street. Lower end of 93 southbound. You're bumper to bumper out of the Split out to Route 24. 24 southbound, slow from the top down to the Horse Bridge. 95 northbound gets heavy at the top connecting to 128. No issues on Route 44. A girl in Kenya dreams of becoming a doctor. An elder in Guatemala dreams of being part of a community. Reach out and change their world. It will change your own. Unbound.org. Traffic on the 9s every morning. I'm David Cedrone in the WATD Traffic Center.
We now return to Talk Real Estate, sponsored by Boston Connect Real Estate Services on 95.9 WATD.
Hello to all of our neighbors out there. I don't want to just say South Shore because we are south of Boston, so I know that we're hitting all kinds of different studios now too.
I used to get us all the way up in Medford.
Yeah.
So that's definitely not south.
I know.
Of Boston.
All right, well, I lost my glasses, but that's no need
They're
to...
on your face. Oh my gosh. If we could take a picture of what just happened.
That's really good.
Well, we have it on video, so.
Yeah.
Okay, well, while Sharon collects herself, you can go to Facebook. We are live on Sharon McNamara. So if you want to send her a friend request, I'll accept you and you can watch us. Although we are shared on all of our Connect pages: Pembroke Connect, Duxbury, Scituate, Hanover, Marshfield, all those fun pages. So I'm like, what is she looking for? And like, I'm just looking for my glasses. They were dangling underneath her chin. So that's a thing that happened, and I'm glad we have it on video.
Yeah.
Recorded for the rest of history.
All right, so she's still collecting herself. So Laurie, why don't you introduce yourself to our listeners who might not have heard your introduction before? I know this is your first time live with us, but we have certainly talked about you many times because we love you so much, and we love what you do with our agents and for our company and all that fun stuff. So why don't you introduce yourself, how long you've been in the business, what you do here at Boston Connect, where you service, and then we'll dive right in.
All right, cool. I'm Laurie Reney. I've been in the business for about 22 years now. I've been a broker for, I believe, 10 years, which is awesome. I, here at Boston Connect, I sell real estate, but I also mentor agents as well as coach up the experienced agents as well to hold them accountable, to hopefully push them a little bit to do more in sales and to have a life as well.
Balance. So you're teaching a lot of balance and how to just do it all. Have it all. Do it all.
I would say I call it a both and.
Oh, both and.
Yes, a both and. You can have a great business and a
great
wonderful life. Yes.
You can both have a great business.
Yes, that's my goal. I service I raised my family and I grew up in Duxbury, so I know that community very well as I would say the coast. I live in Marshfield now in the Hummerock area, which I love.
How long have you been in Marshfield?
6 years.
Okay.
Yep, and we love it. So I do service, I would say, Quincy all the way down to the Upper Cape.
Yep.
Excellent.
Yeah. So I put in here that Laurie is also, you're an associate broker, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you have your broker's license, and we'll talk a little bit about that tonight too, is what do you have to do to earn your broker's license? So she's an associate broker here at Boston Connect Real Estate, and she is also the director of our empowerment team. So at Boston Connect Real Estate, we have team for us is training, education, advising, and mentoring. So that's how we came up with team. And it really is about empowering our agents and our team, really, in more ways than one, just helping everybody. So tonight we're talking, we are talking more than we normally do about Boston Connect Real Estate because that's where we are, so that's what we know. But we are just going to help people because people ask us all the time, so what does it entail to get your real estate license? What do you have to do? And all these great things. So I figured we'd just go around the table a little bit around our real estate talk roundtable here. Mary, why don't you tell everybody about you?
Okay. Well, what do you guys not know about me? So I have been with Boston Connect for 9 years. I got licensed when I was 21 and immediately I was 21 and immediately came and hung my license with Boston Connect Real Estate. Before that, I was an assistant to an agent up in Arlington, Massachusetts. So that's how I knew I wanted to get into the career. And I started at Boston Connect as always licensed, but as Sharon's assistant, kind of trying to hands-on get my feel for the business and what it was going to be, because I was a little trepidatious of how much responsibility would be on me. And then I slowly integrated into being a showing agent, then a buyer's agent. Now I am the full-time buyer's agent for our team and an assistant listing agent. So yeah, it just grew. It naturally and organically grew. And that's where I am today.
Yes, absolutely. And I remember when you came on, it was when we were first in the office, and it was about a year. So I still sell real estate because that's truly where my love is, with real estate. I love the office, but I really want to be more hands-on with like our agents and helping our agents grow their businesses, and me still being hands-on with my clients and helping them in their next chapters. And we're very, very lucky and fortunate to have Melissa Wallace with us, who takes care of everything in between all of those nooks and crannies. And Melissa, why don't you tell everybody how long you've been doing this and how much you love it here. And AKA Melissa's name tag on her door says Our Everything. So we have some pretty big titles for her, director of really everything.
Yeah, every title that I have. Well, my name is Melissa Wallace. I grew up all over the South Shore, primarily in Weymouth, but about almost 6 years ago now, I graduated, and my first job out of college was an assistant to a real estate agent, like Mary, but also working part-time in a bar, like many real estate agents do. And it just sort of progressed from there. I went to another company and sort of worked as a semi-office manager. I actually worked with Laurie there, and that's where I met Laurie. And then we made the decision to come to Boston Connect about 4 years ago, for me at least, almost 4 years ago. And I didn't have my real estate license beforehand, but after about a year here, I decided to go ahead and do that, and so I could help out the company more and help out the team more. And my role at the company progressed. I was primarily just an assistant to Mary and Sharon, and that was my role on the team. And then it sort of progressed. And
I am so surprised you said yes to us.
One day it was just like, hey, do you want to be the office manager? And I was like, sure.
I still remember like what I wore during your interview, and I remember looking at you and being like, what do you want me to do? And me and Sharon looked at each other and we were like, we want you to tell us what to do.
That's sort of your job. You tell us what to do and where to go. And
you do it very well.
Yes. And it's been, a natural progression for you here at the office. So not only do you help us, in our team, you sell real estate, but you're also, you're out there doing open houses and everything with our new construction and subdivisions that we have. But you're also hands-on with the agents individually in the office, helping them with their emails and helping them with Canva and helping them with all the things that go along with being a real estate agent.
Yeah, I like to view it as my job is to help the agents here, help them be successful in their business, because that's what makes me happy, and I hope it makes them happy, and I want to see everybody succeed, not just our team and not just you, Laurie, not just the core peeps here, but I want everybody to succeed. So if there's something that I can do to help you succeed in your business, then I'm My door's always open.
So long as you get your paperwork in on time.
Yeah, as long as you get your paperwork on time.
And time correct. Someone's got to set the rules.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So tonight, I thought that
Well, what about you, Sharon?
Oh, yeah.
And we have Donna
Sharon
on the line,
McNamara,
too.
why don't you introduce yourself to our listeners?
So I will introduce myself. My name is Sharon McNamara. I am the broker owner of Boston Connect Real Estate. It's funny because I don't often say that I am the broker owner. It's only in certain situations that I do, because I do feel that I work with everybody here at Boston Connect. Like, I don't feel as if I'm above. Not that title means anything, but that was one of the harder aspects of us moving to this building, was when our offices for all of our staff was like on a level above where the agents sit. And all I could think about was my first experiences in the Peru, and the higher up you were in the corner offices. And then when I went to Reebok, my background advertising and marketing when I was at Reebok, the higher up, that's it just was sort of like a hierarchy, and I never wanted that feeling for here. And that's why at the top of the stairs right outside my office it says we rise by lifting others, and I want that to be a constant reminder to us as staff. We're staff to them, like really, to our agents, and our job is to lift them above us. So it is a constant reminder to me every single day when I'm going in and out of my office that that's really what's important to me here at Boston Connect Real Estate. But I do feel like I very much treat myself like an agent who works at Boston Connect. So that's why I think sometimes it's weird when I have to make some decisions for the company, because I'm like, well, Mel, what do you think?
Now it's my job to make decisions for the company.
I'm like, Mel said no. So I guess that means no. I had to ask her one day. I remember it was Christmas time, and I took a picture of the mailbox actually that's over in the corner there for Christmas. And I was like, can we please get this? It's so cute. And she's like, how much is it? I'm like, all right. But I got in the business. I was very fortunate. Like I said, I was at Reebok advertising and marketing, which is probably why I'm a very heavy listing agent. I love that part of the whole process with buying, helping people sell their homes. I was home with the two girls, and when it was time for me to really go back full time, that's what we decided that we would do when they got to a certain age. I said I didn't think I wanted to do that, so I decided to get into real estate. And I got into real estate in 2001 is when I got my real estate license. So I've been doing this just about 19 years, I guess, 20 years. Almost 20 years. And it's been something that I really loved. And I think it's because the mindset that I put on this was not that I was helping people sell houses or buy houses. It was more that I was helping families. So that's what moves me. No pun intended, but that is what moves me, and that's what gets me through every year and every day as a real estate agent. And I am not motivated by money. I am not motivated by, when we do the vision boards, it's really difficult for me to do a vision board because I'm not motivated by materialistic things, but I'm more motivated by words and inspiration and helping. And it just works out that the more people you help, then the things that you would want to have from a vision board perspective, like, a garage or something like that, that's how that stuff comes to fruition for me. I think that one of the things I love, I went out on my own, by the way. I've been at 3 companies, all wonderful, awesome companies. I have nothing bad to say about any one of them. I learned a little bit of everything from every single one I was in. I learned a lot from every single agent, from every single office that I was in. I can't say that I've had any bad experience in any of the offices. So I would never say, oh, I left this company because blah, 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 blah. Right. As I grew and when I wanted different things for my clients is when I moved. So I've been in a few different companies, and like I said, took a little bit of everything from each one. And that's how we decided to come up and grow Boston Connect Real Estate. So 2010 is when we opened Boston Connect Real Estate. I said to Mark, hey, why don't we sell our boat and open a real estate office? At the time, there were a couple of people that were, trying to recruit, me to be managers for their office. And I just thought, well, if people have confidence in me, then I will have confidence in them as well. So, and myself as well. And that's when I opened Boston Connect Real Estate. I'm just trying to help these two out. They're just trying to have a conversation.
No, we're just, I believe we have a caller.
Oh, do we have a caller, Ben?
Yes, we do. We have Donna on the line.
Yeah. Oh, hello,
Donna Bagney.
Hey, ladies.
Hi, how are you?
You said that very nicely.
Hey,
I'm
ladies.
Are you watching on Facebook as well?
I have been listening.
Yes.
And as a seasoned agent, just 1 year shy of you, Sharon, I am extremely excited about the success that all of you have made.
And you too, Donna Bagney.
Sharon, you have grown an incredible company that is a boutique atmosphere that allows any agent under them to be able to put the client or the customer's needs before corporate America. And I worked very heavily in corporate America before I left my job to have my children. Mary Baker, I don't know. I just thought Mary Baker was coming in to interview, and in came this girl in stilettos, and her name's Mary, and oh my God.
Donna, you're the reason that I'm at the company. You got me here.
Yeah, because Donna was Mary's sister's buyer's agent, right? When she bought her home on Center Street in Pembroke. Yeah.
Small world.
And looking at real estate from today's viewpoint, it's not yesterday's real estate. It becomes harder and more difficult, and you need a seasoned agent to be able to navigate through the situations that pop up. And you need to look at them as your final step is to close the deal for the benefit of both the buyer and the seller.
Yeah, one of the things, Donna, that you're saying is about having a seasoned agent, and I think that that's really important. And we just gave away our awards this year and for last year. And one of the things I mentioned, was she a shining star for us? Was Marianne Trask. She's been in the business a very long time. And one of the things I love about our office is that we're always learning from each other. Like I've learned from Marianne, and I love that. And I love the fact that we have a new agent, Susan Solis, just joined us. And I don't know if she's listening or not, but welcome aboard. But I love that everybody is very hands-on with helping that other agent succeed. And that's where I think our seasoned agents come into play so much, because we know the road traveled can be wobbly at best. And it's like walking on cobblestone. But I feel that all of our seasoned agents, whoever's sitting in the room at the time, hey, I need some help with. That's one of the things I really, truly love about Boston Connect Real Estate, and just the way that we are able to, we call it our Boston Connect family, and that ain't no lie.
Donna, I agree with you with what you said with the seasoned agent, but I also, I feel very confident in we call them newbies, in our, agents who join the company who haven't been with another agency and are going through our mentoring program. I'm very confident in them, being able to succeed as well in a transaction, because of the training that we have here, and because we do have the seasoned agent where you can just walk into the office and you hang out with Donna and Nadine, or you hang out with Trish and Nick, or it's so true. When you're here, you learn so much, and even if you're just sitting here, your business is going to succeed, because you're constantly learning, you're constantly listening, you're asking questions. And I even said it in our office meeting last week, I'd rather you ask me 10,000 questions, because that's what I'm here for, than for you to assume something and have it be wrong. You are here to ask questions. So
I could not agree with you more, because the platform that Sharon set up,
and I did not set that up alone, so I cannot take credit for that.
Okay.
So Donna,
all right.
When I went out on my own, I called Donna Bagney.
I know.
And
But
I said,
let me just tell you something.
no, let me finish. I called Donna Bagney and I said, hey, Donna, can I let you in on something? It's 2010. It was the market was changing and I could see it and I could feel it. And I didn't like the way that things were going, that you couldn't make choices for your clients. And I said, I really do want to go out on my own. And I jumped out in a declined market, no place to go but up. But I called Donna. And at the time, Joan Ulick, who was her partner and recently deceased. So
God bless her soul.
God bless her. Yeah, we loved Joan. And I asked, will you meet with me? She met with me in my cabana. And that's where we put together like our commission scale and things like that for the agents, like what makes more sense. And that's some of the stuff maybe we'll get a chance to talk about later when people are considering what company to go to. So, yes, I had to get that in there, Donna B.
All right. Well, thank you very much. So what I want to follow up with was the fact that, yes, the platform was created, and I had to take care of my grandbabies. So the torch passed to Laurie, and she has done an absolute incredible job with these new people, and I couldn't be prouder.
Thank you.
And you know what?
Donna.
Boston Connect has my heart and soul.
Oh, that makes me feel great. Yeah.
Don't make us cry on Facebook Live. I mean, I won't cry, but
Yeah,
Laurie
not Mary.
Lori most certainly will. Mary doesn't cry, but well, Donna, honestly, I really do think that, you know, I feel like we're gloating a little bit here about Boston Connect Real Estate, but I feel that
we are
getting out the energy of what Boston Connect Real Estate is and how we feel about our agents who are here.
Consumed with support and love for each other, which is something that you don't really find in every company.
Oh, yeah. And when one person is having a bad day, it's like the other person will lift them up. If Donna's over in the corner choking, I'll go grab her water. Even though when I was choking, no one got me water.
When was that?
Never mind.
Office meeting. I know. Well, Donna B., thank you so much.
All right.
Again, that's Donna Bagney,
Good night,
who's a
ladies.
full-time real estate agent.
Good night.
Good night, Donna.
Good night,
Thank
Donna.
you.
Donna Bagney, full-time real estate agent at Boston Connect Real Estate. She has been with us since 2010. Donna is a good friend. I have known her since when I first started in this industry. I did start at Jack Conway Company, and Jack was wonderful. It was fun to have Christmas parties and him come in and just sort of hang out. So that family feeling that I had back then is one of the very most important parts that I brought to Boston Connect Real Estate with me. Their office is no longer there, but we still have a little bit of just Jack in us, I guess. I say I'm an ex-con, you know. So, and again, like I said, all great companies. I have worked for nothing but great, and we're very fortunate on the South Shore, South Coast, everywhere. We are surrounded by great companies and great agents. With that said, we do know that this time of year, people are, all of our agents are being called to be recruited because that's what people do. I call it fishing season. Right? It's hunting season.
It's hunting.
Hunting season. They're looking for the agents who maybe didn't have a great year, or they're just trying to persuade them to come over with, we have the greatest technology, we have the greatest this, we have the greatest that. I always tell people, you need to do what you feel in your heart is best for you and your family, because that's what's going to make you be the best agent that you can possibly be. So staying in a company that you're not thrilled with, or you don't feel like that you're getting the support from, whether that's us or another company, then you need to do what's best for you and your family. So we're going to have a little bit of an open house. I don't know that we've picked a date. Did we decide?
No, we haven't.
Yeah, so we're going to, by the end of the show, because we definitely want to give that date out, we're going to have a little bit of an open house here. So if you are currently a real estate agent and you're thinking about making a change, I don't make calls to agents. I don't want to take an agent from any broker. We attract, we don't recruit. And I think that that's why we've built a company with 34 agents that are very much like-minded and really want that warm, fuzzy feeling. And just some really damn good numbers, because we know how to do that too. I think we're number 13 in Plymouth County for 2019 of all Massachusetts companies. So volume sold, we're doing really good. But I feel like we're stealth like like. We just sort of like fly under the radar. We're just doing our own thing and not getting anybody else's way. Fair to say, yes. So we're going to have that open house, and what we'll do is have a calendar where people could have private one-on-one meetings. So just come and talk to us. Hey, I want to be a real estate agent. What's entailed in that?
Yeah.
Right. So I think we were thinking maybe Saturday, February 8th, or the following Saturday after that. Probably the Saturday after that.
Hold on one second.
Okay, one moment, please.
One moment, please.
So Laurie's role here at Boston Connect Real Estate is, when new agents come in and they're newbie agents, her role is to sort of get them going as being a mentor. Do you want to talk a little bit about that mentoring process?
Sure. A new agent, especially if they're brand spanking new, that's typically what I do. I take them under my wing. We meet. I have them do a database. That's the most important thing first. Create a database with everybody that they know, and then send out a letter introducing themselves. And then from there, hopefully they get a lead, whether it be a listing or a buyer, and then we walk through the whole process side by side throughout the entire deal. I take calls all day, all night from my mentees because it's a big deal. And I love everybody that I'm mentoring because they truly do care, and nobody just assumes that they know the right thing to do. And what I really appreciate about this office is that it's not just me. If I'm not available, they can call Sharon, they can call Mary, they can call Melissa, they can call Donna, they can call anybody in the office, and people just jump to help because a lot of people here were mentored. Trish. Yeah. Trish and her husband, and they are killing it because they have such a great foundation.
And they really did listen to the advice that we gave, which is really great, and how to grow their business, right from the beginning when we were doing all the Buffini programs. So we are certified, instructors for the Buffini program. And we can get into that another day. But one of the things that you just rang in my head about everybody being there is I remember it was a Saturday. I think that you were up in New Hampshire, and Michelle Fay, who's in a mentoring program right now, love her to pieces. She actually gave me a book today on essential oils, so thank you, Michelle. And she's such a giver. Like, I love her. She's always thinking about me, and that's probably why she's now my favorite. She gives me presents. But she was in here one day, and she's like, I don't know what to do. Like one of my clients is going to be writing up an offer, and I don't want to bother Laurie while she's away, and I don't want to try to do it on my own, even though she probably could have. But she was following protocol, like, hey, we'll walk you through the step of everything. And I was like, I know how to write an offer. Remember me? Yeah. So she's like, no, I wouldn't want to bother you. And I was like, that is not a bother. I actually enjoy it. I know her clients anyways, because Michelle was she was my client, me and Mary's client. We helped her find a house. So that was a lot of fun to be able to sit and do that type of stuff.
Sure. And you love doing that. Oh, you just love the training aspect of it, as do I. It's like I say to myself, do I really want to sell another house? Or would I rather just mentor and help people 24/7? Because it is very gratifying when they have their first closing, they get their first check, and they just have this biggest smile on their face. It just it makes what I do worth it. Yeah.
So why don't we talk about some of the what else are we going to talk about?
Well, we asked our agents. Oh yeah. We had posted. We have a private group on Facebook, and we just sort of posted some questions and let them know what we were going to be talking about tonight. Some of the questions were, why did you get into real estate? Is it everything that you expected? Is it not what you expected? Do you find it easier or harder? And what surprised you most about the business, both good and bad? We had a couple of people comment on it. Recently, Trish Flynn, we just talked about her and her husband.
Her husband's name is Nick, by the way. Trish and Nick Flynn, otherwise known as the Flynn team.
Yeah.
Team Flynn.
Trish said, it's so hard. You have to constantly work at it to be successful. And we were just talking about this upstairs. And what is it that I said? You essentially get what you put into it. So your salary, not salary because you're, commission, at the end of the year, what you make is going to reflect the amount of effort and time and work that you put into your year, into your business. So if you're, taking 6 months off to, relax and hang out at the beach and go on this vacation, at the end of the year, that bank account is probably going to reflect that.
That's right.
Yeah, well, that's my favorite thing too, is unfortunately in this business, what ends up happening is at the end of the year, agents tend to blame their brokerage for their lack of, profitability, and rather than looking at themselves. And one of the things and exercises I always had to do it myself when I was an agent was like, I have to sort of be here every day, you know what I mean? So, but when I was an agent, nobody is punching you in, punching you out. You don't have to be anywhere. You're an independent contractor. I can't even say that the meeting is mandatory, right? So, but if you don't do these things on your own, you're not going to be successful. So if I was my own boss, would I fire myself? Are you given this 40 hours a week minimum? Because that's what a full-time job is. Right. So if you want a full-time salary making over 6 figures a year, then you should be working that many hours. Figure it out. And that, Laurie, you have all the data.
The stats.
The stats. You did that for me the other day, and I want to make that something in the office where how many calls and stuff.
How many? If you want to net a certain dollar amount, say $50,000 a year, net. That's before you pay taxes and everything. No, that's
gross.
That's gross.
Gross. Yep.
You would have to make 3 phone calls a day.
Yep.
You would have to write 2 notes a day. You'd have to do pop-bys and things like that. I'm Buffini coached, so I'm talking Buffiniisms here.
Yep.
I like that Buffiniism.
The bottom line is if you don't do what you need to do, you're not going to sell.
Yep.
You really have to treat it, as you say, as a full-time job. I know myself, if I get up and take a shower and put clothes on, I'm more apt to make my calls, do my notes, do my pop-bys. It's key.
I could never work from home. My problem with working at home is I have OCD and a little bit of ADD mixed in there, so that's a good mixture when you're working at home. Oh, I think I'll do a load of laundry. Oh, I think I'll clean out the attic. Oh, I think I'll work on the basement now. Oh, I think I'll make a call. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. It's just too easy to get into that. I've always worked in the office. I'm usually the first one in the office and the last one out of the office. Not now, because now I have Melissa to do that. And I just feel that this time of year when agents are reflecting back on what they did, I think that having the support to say, hey, this is how you grow. We want to help you grow. We want to help you help your clients. But my favorite one is when somebody came to me one year and it's like, oh, I just don't think that I'm doing well because Boston Connect Real Estate isn't a national brand. You have the best tan of anybody in this office right now, and I own a boat, and your tan is better than mine. So while you were sitting on the beach, everybody else was working.
But I do think, to Melissa's questions on the interoffice page, the biggest misconception that a lot of people have is that this business is going to allow you the freedom and flexibility to do kind of what you want when you want. So right now, because I've always been employed by you, Sharon, my system for when I work is I'm working in the office. But had I not been under your wing when all of that was happening, or when I was being trained, I wouldn't know that those are the systems that you have to put in place. So we're always encouraging our agents to be coming into the office and really working on their business and making that time. I just think a lot of people get the misconception that they can balance everything, that work is simultaneous with off time. And you're doing both at the same time. You have your designated work hours, and that's how you just have to develop systems and be super, super hyper organized about prospecting and meeting people and talking to people. And when Laurie's talking about making calls, it's not just, hey, to your mom saying, did you pick up any milk today? Do you need anything? It's you're trying to make new connections with people and get your name out there.
When I first got into this business, I got into it because I thought it would be flexible. I did not know.
That's a common thing, right?
I did not realize it was flexible for everybody else's schedule. Right? Because, I was home with the kids. They would get on the school bus and they would do their thing. But when do people want to see houses? After 5 and on weekends. So it's really flexible for everybody else's schedule. And, we're not trying to be Debbie Downers here. It can be extremely fruitful.
We're just trying to be real.
Yeah, it can be extremely fruitful if you want to do the work. But people who come to us, it comes time after time after time. Oh, I'm just going to do this part-time in between everything I'm doing.
It's not going to happen.
I don't believe the land of the part-time agent is going to be much longer.
I don't think they can keep up anymore.
And I don't mean that for any part-time agent that's out there and you're killing it. Great. You have way more skills than I do. But at the end of the day, I just feel as if this business is going to become an incredibly professionalized skill.
I think that there's a difference between part-time and part-time because like part-time,
Yes.
I'm part-time, I only do real estate part-time, I don't need the other additional income. Or is it I have a full-time job Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and then I work this part-time. That's when I think it gets difficult because people want to see houses Monday through Friday, after work, Saturdays and Sundays, all day long, holidays, Monday holidays, where we were open yesterday on Monday because people want to see houses. I generally sell a house on Memorial Day, that Monday, every single year because people are off. But then what happens? Then comes the transaction. And when do the appraisers work? When do the attorneys work? When is everybody, the loan officers?
Right.
They're all working Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, which means, hello.
Be available. Yeah.
And that's us.
Yeah.
Everything in between. What are some of the other agents saying? Any questions, too, by the way? 781-837-4900. Topic tonight is, so you want to be a real estate agent. If you have any questions about being a real estate agent or if you have any questions in general about real estate, feel free to call us, 781-837-4900.
Jessica Page, much harder than I expected. I expected to work part-time and make my own hours. Kristen Howlett said that she got into the business to help pay for college.
And I think having a goal.
Motivation definitely helps.
Yeah.
And consistency. To piggyback on what Mary said, I know that we went to the National Association of Realtors conference out in San Francisco this year, and it was really, I think, the best conference that I've ever been to.
I agree.
And one of the things, there were 3 common messages with almost every single class that we attended, and one of the biggest things is to be consistent and to also build upon your skills. And that's what they're saying. The market is changing. It's still a very strong market, but it is changing for the realtors that are active in the market. Yeah.
Laurie, you did some statistics. So what is the National Association of Realtors? I think that's what is the average that the average real estate agent makes?
$31,900 gross. That is before your taxes and expenses.
5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, that's hard to believe.
It's poverty. I mean, that's just crazy.
I'm speechless over here. Nothing.
And that's a real stat.
I remember when one of my first office meetings with you, this was even pre-me coming onto the team in any capacity, was it was 23,000. The average age of a real estate agent was something like 55. Is it right? Am I right?
Yeah.
So, and then the average gross commission or gross net or over yearly, whatever, was 23,000. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. It's like, things remembered, take me back.
Yeah. You're not average, so you're good.
Well, no, I could very well have gone the exact opposite route and given up super, super easily early on in this business had it not been for encouraging people in my career and Sharon putting me in the position to succeed, essentially, and giving me the tools that I needed to do that. I just think, especially for a newer agent, it's very, very hard to develop those skills when you're younger and don't have all of the connections, the family ties or kids in the school system. But if you pound the pavement every day, it will happen.
You can do it.
So the process to get your real estate license, just so we can get some of this out, we always refer everybody to Charlie Burke. He's a very good friend. Unfortunately, I only have Charlie Burke's cell phone number. I'm not going to give that out. But he is the Massachusetts Academy of Real Estate located in Braintree. Again, Charlie Burke, Massachusetts Academy of Real Estate. And he is in Braintree. He does the classes. You need 40 hours. I think that it should be a little stricter. It takes more part-time to be a yoga instructor than it does to be a real estate agent. And if that I found extremely interesting, because you're working and helping people with hundreds of thousands of dollars, their biggest investment. So it's a 40-hour class. So I know Charlie has different ways that you can take that class, like all 1 week, weekends, nights, whatever it is. I know he's teaching tonight. I was hoping that he would be able to call in at some point. And after you do the 40 hours, then you go ahead and you take a test with the Massachusetts, with the state of Massachusetts, so you can get licensed. So then you're a real estate agent, and there are a bunch of fees that go along with that process. And then if you join an office, we are a Realtor office. So we belong and we are members of the National Association of Realtors. So you also have to pay those fees, and you have a 1-day class with Code of Ethics. And I think that it's good, because with the Code of Ethics, you know, you sort of at a higher standard of what is acceptable and what isn't. And you have to go through that process. And then there are fees for that's the national. Then there's the state, so Massachusetts Association of Realtors, and then there's a local board. So I happen to be part of all the local boards because I'm the broker, but I know Mary and Melissa. Laurie, are you part of Greater Boston?
No.
So you're part of South Shore, and Mary and Melissa are part of the Greater Boston board. So altogether, I think our fees are like $600 a year?
Yeah, just about.
So it's $600 a year. We always start everybody out start with a checkbook that goes to a business, but you probably need a couple $1,000s in at least to get started in this business. You're an independent contractor. If you treat this like a business, then you will be very successful. You should have QuickBooks and all these other things and treat it like a business, right?
Yes,
Anybody else have any thoughts?
No, we're just about done.
Oh, how did that happen?
We have a few seconds left.
So you still want to be a real estate agent?
Yeah, very well said, Mary Baker. Well, again, we're going to try to have that open house on Saturday, February 8th. We may be changing the date, actually. I just thought of something, but we'll let you know. So if you want to set up some time with us to talk to any one of us or all of us, you can get us at the office, 781-826-8000, 781-826-8000, or you can go to BostonConnect.com. If you want to listen to any of our past shows, you can go to Talk Real Estate Radio, or you can go to Talk Real Estate Roundtable, and you will find all of our past shows. Ben, thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Always a pleasure, ladies. Have a great week.
All right.
Thank you.
See you next week, everybody. Bye-bye.